Light. Light is defined as an agent that makes objects visible or affords illumination. Throughout the history of game making, lighting has gone from an afterthought to the forefront of thematic design and atmosphere in game creation. In the 8-bit generation, lighting was faked by variation in hue and saturation. Today, lighting is realistically rendered using physics engines. Lighting has the power to make or break level design. Lighting is about more than just illuminating an environment so the player can see. It is designed to make the player feel. Through lighting, a designer can make a player feel cold or warm, scared or brave. It can instill confidence or shatter it. It is through these processes that we explore the SIP objective. Can lighting be pushed further? Can lighting be the main conduit in which a game story is told? Lighting creates atmosphere, but can that atmosphere help a player decipher past and future events in the game?
When a level designer creates a scene in a video game, they use lighting to try and evoke an emotion or an atmosphere from a player. illumiweave is a tool that I've developed to help that level designer get a better reaction.
Lighting has transformed gaming in the past decade. We went from simulating its impact on an environment to using real-time, physics-based light rendering. One of the first titles to usher in a new age of lighting is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell on the original Xbox. Using God rays, volumetric lighting, and shadows, the environment was completely transformed, giving the sleek, stealth action game the look and feel that it enjoys today. What if we could give creators another tool to not only realistically place lighting within a level, but to be able to predictively measure how the player will react and feel to a scene, even before they've played it?
Rundown factories and hotels, Victorian ballrooms, beaches, ruins, and futuristic hospitals are just some of the scenes that I created to test the illumiroom and its lighting capabilities.
Through hours upon hours of controlled experimentation within the Unreal 4 engine, numerous levels and scenes were created exploring lighting. To really delve how this was accomplished, the different types of lighting should be explored. Fire. Man has been using fire to illuminate his way since the dawn of our species. But only in the past decade have games advanced to a place where we can realistically render fire and its unique lighting signatures on an environment. Fire was one of the first lighting methods experimented with. Fire was placed in a variety of different environments. Indoor and outdoor environments were used to view its effects on atmosphere and storytelling in games. Different colors of fire were also used, exploring its impacts as well. Natural light was next on the list of light sources. The sun is 93 million miles away. Its energy is what sustains life on this rock. Thankfully, it also provides illumination, even at night. Natural lighting is always tricky in games. We associate the natural lighting with the time of day. Thus, in some sense, it's already beginning to tell a story. Dawn, midday, evening, and dusk all elicit different emotions and association. Dawn can feel like new beginnings, while dusk can feel foreboding. It's easier to tell a story with light in an external environment because it uses such broad strokes. In an internal environment, where the canvas is much smaller, an artist must be more deliberate and act with conviction. It's less about where the lighting is placed, and more about where the artist allows the lighting to break through. Artificial light is the final type of light that we explored. Man-made light has taken over this world, and with it, it has drowned out the other light sources. This can be both impressive and it can be a shame. Sometimes the natural beauty of the world is hidden by our own devices, but inside, we are the masters of light. We control where it goes and how bright it is, what color it is, what temperature it is. All of these attributes elicit emotion.
As you will see in the next clip, illumiroom is a plugin that goes directly into Unreal 4 to help you analyze your lighting and get that predictive emotion from the player.
illumiweave is a tool that helps game designers plan and execute lighting to elicit a predictive emotion from the player. Designers will be able to place lighting, vary its brightness, hue, direction, and all other points of lighting. The designer will then run illumiweave over the scene, where it will give a readout of the different attributes of lighting and how the player will most likely perceive the space. illumiweave will be able to detect brightness, hue, temperature, and intensity of the lighting, and then match that analysis to a database of stored human reactions to scenes from different scenarios. Using this tool, designers will be able to make sure that the atmosphere that they are creating in the game is matching up to the expectation of what the player will feel. The most likely expansion for this software is in the world of VR. VR is so immersive to a player, and paired with illumiweave, we hope to expand this immersion. There are some challenges facing the software. Every player is different. One's emotions are predicted on millions of experiences that have come before. illumiweave can only predict and not guarantee a favorable outcome. With this in mind, early testing has been favorable. illumiweave hopes to transform the way we light our games and ultimately how we experience them. Through further testing and collection of data, illumiweave will only grow more accurate and responsive.
My hope is that illumiweave is the future of lighting in video game creation. With my tool, creators can more predictively invoke emotion from the players.
illumiweave. Illuminate your emotions.